Hey guys, this has some graphic content, so I'm just giving you a forewarning, so beware. Bye. Okay guys, I'm back. I had to get a drink, and, I took my medication already. I take 2 pills of lithium, 300 milligrams, and 1 milligram of risperidone every night. And, they just recently changed my dosage and stuff because they just did, which it's easier for me to take now because I kept forgetting to take my morning meds because I took them in the morning and then at night, and I would try and take them, but I'd always either get coffee and then totally forget. By the time I remembered, it was too late to take them, so I was never at a therapeutic level for my medication. So they're like, oh well, we'll just let you just take them at night, and which is easier because I take them practically every day, every night, unless there's a night when I'm up later or pass out or something and then I don't remember, but I take them every night. It's only been 1 or 2 times in the past couple months that I've forgotten them, so I've learned that I have to be very diligent with my medications or else, it's just not good for me. So I was young when I was diagnosed bipolar, and I was 20 years old when I attempted my first try at suicide. So later on, I attempted it 2 more times, and I've never attempted it after that, and I don't think I ever will. But if I don't take my medication, I might, because lithium's a very strong drug, and people that are not properly taken off of it can go into psychotic fits and stuff like that and do things that aren't, which explains all the stuff that's happened in this apartment because of no medication for over a year and severe elements and just not being fed well, not sleeping, over exhaustion and stuff like that. So walking everywhere because I had no home, so I just walked everywhere and was never slept really, and unless I got lucky and for a day slept in somebody else's house that I probably couldn't trust, and so but so so yeah, it's a long story with me. Like I said, I was 20 when I was diagnosed bipolar, because after the first attempt that I don't even think my parents even know about, which I've tried to tell them, because when I first attempted just any type of hurting myself or anything, I literally moved out of the apartment when I was 20 that I had ever lived in on my own, and I moved out of there and I had totally forgotten, I didn't tell my dad, and then by then I had forgotten about it and just didn't say anything until years later when I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, this didn't start when I took, because I had taken, when I was first turned in to doctors and all that stuff like that, the police and stuff, I had taken a whole bunch of children's Tylenol because that was the only thing in the cabinet, along with a brand new full bottle of Robitussin that I downed, and then I ended up just feeling tired and went to sleep, and then I woke up to my brother, and at that time his girlfriend slash soon to be wife, who was pregnant with my brother's son, my oldest nephew, and her little girl, and yeah, I woke up to him, kneeling over me, trying to wake me up, and I just woke up and went into the bathroom and puked for a half hour, and then, which was pure bile because it was all medicine that was in my stomach, and they asked me if I wanted an ambulance, and I said no, and then I ended up, at that time when that happened, I was homeless. Again, my mom had kicked me out, and I had nowhere to go, so my sister came and got me from a friend's house that I stayed at for a night or two, and they ended up telling me that I had to go home, and I knew my mother wouldn't accept me back, so they pretty much just didn't want me there, because I don't even talk to this girl anymore, because she's a total bitch, just to say, not to swear, but she's just not somebody I associate with anymore. And my sister picked me up, brought me to my brother's house, where I stayed with him and his girlfriend, and then they got pregnant, or they were pregnant, I can't remember exactly, but they were, by the time I left and went back home, they were pregnant with my oldest nephew. And I went home, and then at some point I moved back into that trailer without my brother, by myself, and then my sister moved in with her boyfriend, and then my cat went missing, and I flipped out, and I ended up taking like 13 aspirins, and my sister walked in and called my dad. My dad told her to take me to so-and-so, the Janet Waddles that was in town or whatever, and then I ended up freaking out and just walked out, and then my dad, like, you know, was like, oh, come with me, so I got in the car, because I knew I was going to get screwed up if I didn't listen. He brought me back, and I was taken out in an ambulance to a hospital, and spent, you know, whatever, I don't even remember, but yeah. But the first time that I did do anything it was a couple of nights after some people that were friends in high school that I still no longer talk to, so I don't talk to anyone from high school. They somehow knew where I lived and showed up and asked to go into the west side and get some drugs that I hadn't done ever in my life, and I didn't want to do, and for whatever reason, you know, stuff went down the wrong way, and, you know, it just, obviously, I'm pretty sure that's what snapped me, my whatever broke inside of me. That's pretty much, I think, what did it. And like I said, I've done drugs, but I don't do them anymore, but because I know what they can do to you. And it was some very strong drugs, and you know, after a minute of it, I stood up and started walking, and like just a day later I broke my phone. The day after that I was doing something, walked into the bathroom, broke a shaver down, and took the razor, and not real deep, but scratched myself with the razor 3 times and carved my initial in my wrist. And that was the first time I've ever broken anything on purpose, and I've ever done any type of self-harm or anything like that. So that's why I take medication, just so anybody wanted to know. Just a disclaimer, or just for anybody's a warning, if anybody watches my videos and does watch this video, if this is too graphic of information for you, please disregard anything that I've said. This is me just explaining to anyone that has been wanting to know, or possibly just anyone that starts to watch my videos and hears about my problems and stuff like that I talk about on here. This is just, you know, when I mention my medication, that's just why I take medication. I'm going to put a warning to warn everyone before this video if I post this video, so yeah. Anyways, guys, so that's just an explanation of what's gone on in my life. So anyways, it's really, like, it's a big deal, but I've gone through a lot of stuff, especially when I was kicked out for the 3rd time in my life, and that wasn't for like 2 weeks or 3 months. It was for like almost like 12 to like 15 months of my life that I was out on the streets. So yeah, it tends to really wake you up. You realize a lot of stuff, and you realize that you really have to take care of yourself and do what you have to keep things in order, you know, or, you know, you're not going to have the freedoms that you have. So, you know, you really realize stuff, and that's why I take my medicine so diligently, because, you know, I know that, you know, things can get bad quick. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna review these videos, and I'm gonna listen to what I had to say, and I'll post this for anyone that cares to you know the reason why I take medication. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm Angel. This is Angel Sky Channel. Check out Angel Sky's channel for anyone 18 and under, or really anyone who wants to watch it. Like, subscribe to both channels. Comment on any videos that you feel like commenting on. Press the notification button if you want to be updated when I upload. And you guys have a blessed day. Blessed be. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.